Hello and welcome. In this video, we will take a closer look at the different variables in HDevelop. We extended the example program from the previous tutorial video so that it contains many different types of variables. Let's have a short look at the program to understand what it does. First, we read an image. Note that this time we create a so-called region of interest and apply it to the image of the dice. Then we apply a threshold and compute the connected regions. Next, we count the number of pips on each die and calculate the sum. The result is displayed as a message. Finally, we compute the contours of the dice. Let's restore the window layout by clicking Organize Windows. Now we want to take a closer look at the variables this program uses. First, we inspect the iconic variables. Iconic variables are also called objects. They consist of images, regions, and contours. When you hover your mouse over the symbols in the variable window, you get more information about the corresponding variable. For example, you can see the number of channels of an image. Additionally, each image has a so-called domain. The domain specifies which part of the image is processed. Thus, the domain acts as a region of interest of the image. A region is a set of pixels. In our example program, we have several regions. For example, we have the user-defined region of interest, or the region with all the dice combined. As you can see, the pixels of a region do not need to be connected. This region is then partitioned into connected components with the operator connection. The result is an array that contains multiple regions. Lastly, the contours of this array are computed. The result is an XLD contour array. XLD is the abbreviation for Extended Line Description. It comprises all contour and polygon-based data. Next, let's examine the control variables. Control variables consist of numbers, strings, and handles. Handles are references to complex data structures. For example, in our program, there is a handle for the graphics window. Next, we have a couple of numbers. HDevelop automatically assigns the appropriate data type for control variables. In this case, row is an integer value and phi is a real value. The variable numHoles consists of a series of numbers. We call this a tuple. Lastly, we have the string message. There's another important difference between iconic and control variables. To access the first instance of an object array, use the index 1. In contrast, you have to use the index 0 to access the first instance of a tuple. Finally, take a closer look at the operator connect and holes. It calculates, among other data, the number of holes in a given region. What's interesting here is that the operator can handle an array of regions and return the data in a tuple. It's one of the many operators that can handle arrays and tuples in this way. Thus, you can avoid a lot of loops in your HDevelop program. This concludes our video. You should now understand the basic concept of iconic and control variables. For a hands-on learning experience, you can download the program that was used in this video in the description below. Thank you for watching.